Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to be in your midst this night. I am Dr. James Abah. I am a youth advocate. I love anything that has to do with youth. When you talk about a youth is a life wire of every society. No organization succeeds without a youth. When you look at the youth, in most cases, a youth is defined by age. Someone who falls between 18 to 45. But in my own perception, I don't look at age as the major determinant of a youth. I look at a youth as someone who is lively, someone who is ready to impact, someone who is ready to work, someone who is ready to make a productive and positive impact in his generation. In a situation where you find people doing things the other way around in an awkward way, a youth is not supposed to be found in that particular environment. As a youth that must change a generation, the first thing you need to do is to be goal-oriented, be focused in life. Plan on what you want to achieve. Don't be concerned by what you are seeing around you. Focus in the future. What do you want to achieve? How do you want to achieve it? To what extent? What is the magnitude of the achievement you want to shape or you want to affect in your generation? When you are goal-oriented, you are always determined, you are focused, and you are good-natured. Many persons, they play a lot of tricks, they play a lot of pranks, all in the name of succeeding. Don't follow others who are succeeding to succeed. You must have a plan. When you have a plan and you follow it, it will be well with you. You cannot just start a trade that other persons are trading long ago without having orientation about it. If you don't plan it and you just jump into it, you are bound to fail. So when you have a goal, mark it out. This is what I want to be in future. This is what I feel I could do to ensure I achieve that particular goal in life. This is the step I need to take per time. You don't take many steps at a time. You don't put a lot of jobs on your table at a time. One thing afterward another. So you need to be goal-oriented. You need to be focused. You need to be determined. You need to be good-natured. When you are good-natured, you don't do things because others are doing it. You are doing it because you have a reason for doing it. In a related development, it is important for you to know that any youth that must make a positive mark in his generation must be time conscious. Time management is one of the problems associated with youth. Many youth use their quality time to do things that are not serious. They trivialize their time. I feel bad when someone who is supposed to be doing something meaningful is playing out his time. It's deadly. And you are trying to put your future in your present, which is not supposed to be so. It is very important for us to know that when you manage your time very well, you achieve quality things in a short while. Let me give you an example. When I started my postgraduate studies, I told myself that every day I must be writing something in my thesis. Every day, even if it is one line, I fulfill that obligation. I look at it as an obligation, as a task that if I don't do it, it means I have failed myself. Do you know that 7 of us who started this particular program, Many of them were procrastinating, promising tomorrow what they can do today. They said, okay, maybe next week I'll start the program. I will start my thesis. I will do this. The first day I met my supervisor, I gave him my topics. He marked number 1 and asked me to continue. That very day I got home, I started something. I started writing. I wrote my table of contents. The following day, I started developing them one after the other. Every day I ensure I write something. And within a short period, I was able to reach chapter 3. It was when I reached chapter 3 that some of my mates started submitting topics. When they submitted topics, my supervisor told them they should go and read for 1 year. Can you see importance of time management? The first day I met him, I gave him a topic, which shows that I was curious about how to manage my time. And before you know, I couldn't spend up to full 3 years before I completed the program. The lifespan of that program is 3 years, but I spent less than 3 years to complete that particular program. If you don't manage your time well, time will manage you. When time is managing you, anything you see, you take. You can't eat your cake and still have it. So anytime you have the opportunity to do anything, do it. Study. Make reading your passion. Don't do reading as a part-time reader. A part-time reader is when he has time, he will read. Make reading part of your life. When you read, when you research, it will widen your level of exposure. It will make you significant in your discipline. You will attract a lot of expertise to yourself. When you speak, when you write, when you relate with people, people will see the quality in you. No youth will become successful in life when he or she abuses what? Time. Time is a key factor. Time is something that you cannot do without. Hold on to time. Don't joke with your time. Now that you are young, don't say, I am still 20 years, I'm still 18. Before you know, you will be 40. And they said a fool at 40 is a fool forever. At 40, what do you think you can do? Some people go embarking on examination malpractices. In some cases, if you cheat in some examination, maybe you go for 21 years imprisonment. Now, if you spend 21 years in prison and you were 20 years before you got to prison, of what use will you be? Of what relevance will you be at the age of 42? By then, you'll be thinking of resettling. So, don't mismanage your time. Don't use your time to talk about things that does not concern you. That does not what? Concern you. So anytime you are doing anything, be time conscious, be a time manager. And as you manage your time, time will not manage you, and you become successful in your endeavor. In addition, any youth that must make a remarkable impact in his or her generation must avoid what we call low self-esteem. Some people, they are timid. They feel backward. They feel they are not like others. And as a result, instead of taking a step at a time, they are waiting for other people to start. You don't need to keep promising tomorrow what you can do today. Why not start the journey? Let other people follow you. You are waiting for who will start first. That is low self-esteem. If others are doing it, let others do it first. Let me see how they are doing it. No, it's very bad. Begin it. Be the pioneer. Start it. Let other people follow. It is on that note that Anthony Robbins says, the only impossible journey is the one you never begin. If you have not begun a journey, you will not know how good or bad the journey is. So low self-esteem should not even be close to any youth. Be bold enough. Speak out your mind. Tell the world what you want. Discard anything you don't like. Don't say this person is rich, this person is wealthy, and as a result, they will accept his own recommendation than yours. Remember that most at times, I must tell you, people that are very, very rich, their children are not intelligent like the children of the poor people. The poor people know how they strive to succeed. Rich people are just dwelling or depending on the wealth of their parents. Don't be related to anything that has to do with low self-esteem. That is why William Otto says, if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it. Why not start something? Why not stand out? If others are doing A, why don't you do B and distinguish yourself? So that you will not be driven by one river. Another challenge associated with many youth is lack of self-will to act when they are supposed to act, to take decision when they are needed to take decision. You allow people to take decision for you. Joseph, go and do this before you do it. No, it's a sickness, it's a serious disease associated with you. Don't wait for people to identify a problem and ask you to go and solve it. Don't be a problem to solution. Always be a solution to problem. Look for what is not supposed to be in a place and remove it. Bring what is expected to be in a place and say this thing is supposed to be here. When you are able to maintain that balance, the sky will certainly be your starting point. So, kill low self-esteem and lack of self-will. Stand out. If other people, tell the world that if other people can succeed, I will also succeed. If John could make A, I will make A plus. Be bold. Stand out. And the sky will identify you.